big old good morning. What's going on, traders? Happy Tuesday. May the 4th be with us. Let's make some awesome money today. Let's have a fun day. So right now I want to make sure we are live over on YouTube. I'm going to get our morning newsletter finished up. Go ahead and enjoy this cool little intro. And welcome back to Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside a chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Good morning, traders. What is going on? Welcome, everybody over on YouTube from TikTok. Good morning. And happy Tuesday, May the 4th. All right, May the 4th be with us all. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with me. Let's make some awesome profit and have a fun, profitable day in the stock market. So once again, welcome if you are new over on YouTube. Every single morning from 9 o'clock until 9:30, we break down every single stock and really just get you guys prepared for the day. Jeff, Tim, Beeman, Salted Pickles. What an awesome name. I love it. Good morning. Again, we take 30 minutes every single morning, break down every single stock that has news, really dissect it, do our due diligence, and really get you guys prepared for the day so you know exactly where to put your focus and where the best opportunity is. So, with that being said, once again, happy Tuesday. It is May 4th, 2021, 9:02 in the market, and so far, what an amazing day in the market. Yesterday was a hot day, guys. PRPO being an absolute beast. All right. PRPO being an absolute beast. As I was telling the team yesterday, want to keep my size small. April was a challenging and April was a very choppy month, right? We would have one hot day, then we would have 5 slow days. One hot day, another 4 to 5 slow days, right? It was not consistent. So I was the guinea pig a few times last month, right? Where I was like, hey, we have a hot day. I'm being aggressive today. And then the market was very, very choppy and I took some crazy losses. So with that being said, as I was telling the team, I'm not going to be the guinea pig until I see 2 to 3 days of consistency in the market. Stocks holding their gains, stocks setting up and actually moving on these technical setups more consistently. So with that being said, yesterday was a great day. I slowly started to increase my size this morning. I'm currently locking in a little over $600 on Blrx, and I've only been in my office for the past 2 hours. So I'm averaging today $300 an hour. Let's go, right? What other career, what other job do you know, unless you're a great surgeon or you're working on whatever the case is, that you can make $300 working from home in an hour, right? So, with that being said, guys, we have day number 2. So far, we're seeing some great consistency and some great action in the stock market. I'm going to slowly be increasing my size today. If we have another strong day today and we see some great action tomorrow, I'm back to my normal size. I'm back to $2,000, $3,000 days, baby. Let's go. Let's have some fun and let's make some money. So let's go ahead and dive into what we have going on. I do want to start with PRPO. PRPO was actually a stock we alerted to the team yesterday over in Alerts chat. Where is that PRPO trade? Looking good for a swing trade overnight. If this stock closes strong near the high of day, we can definitely see some great action overnight and a possible gap and go to the $8 price target. Support right then and there was around $3.80. All right, so when we called this out, it was $3.23 in the market. If we go back and look at PRPO at $3.23, that was right around here when it was sitting at right around $4.20, right? It was right around $4.20. We had support under $3.80. So risk at that point in time was maybe 50 cents. But again, we had room to $7 and possibly even $8. Hey, it actually squeezed really, really nice there in after hours, hitting highs of $7.68. I know a lot of members in chat took that trade. A lot of members were making some amazing profits over on PRPO. So again, guys over in chat, guys and girls, if you guys took that trade on PRPO and you made some awesome profits, congratulations, enjoy those profits, and I better see those posted up today in profits chat. So we do have PRPO. Yesterday was our number 1 gainer. It actually closed. What was the percentage close on PRPO? Guys, 171%. When's the last time we've seen a stock actually close over 50%? In the month of April, I think the highest closing stock on one of the hot days was like 60%, 70%. We have not seen stocks really hold their gains and have strong closes for quite some time. So yesterday, PRPO, again, the last 30 to 45 days, this is the number 1 stock that's had the biggest percentage increase in any given day. Again, 171% yesterday over on PRPO. So I like that, right? It's showing that there's more volume, more action, more consistency coming back to the market, right? The market is starting to become a lot more consistent. It's definitely going from cold to warm, and we're slowly getting to these hot market conditions, guys. So again, I love the market that we're in right now. Again, I'm looking for another solid day today and see if we can carry this consistency and this momentum and these great market conditions for the rest of May. So right now, if we're looking at PRPO, we can see that we're going to have support back down towards around the 563. It was our first little spiking high there in after hours before we got the break to the upside. Right now in pre-market, coming back down towards around that 563. Nice little bounce. Where's resistance? Well, we have resistance right across these highs, right around $7.28. Then we're going to have those after hours highs right around $7.68. And we still do have a target from yesterday's alert right around $8. Why $8 resistance? Well, it was our spiking high from last year in July, right? So that is going to be a level that a lot of traders look to take some profits. So let's go ahead and actually go back a little bit further just in case PRPO is another just strong runner today. You know, if we break over $8, how high can this go? Well, right there, we're looking up towards around $9, $9.65, $10.14, and then $10.79. So those are your overhead targets, right? Just looking at the daily chart. I know I did that fast. We have about 22 minutes to go, but as you learn stocks, the more time you spend in the market, the more you dive in and do your due diligence and mark up your levels, right? The way that I teach how to do it. And again, as Wes would say, the guy that nails every support resistance damn near to the penny, it comes in time. And you'll be able to sit here and go boom, 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 5 seconds, mark up all of your targets just like that. All right, so these are going to be our targets, basically what I'm seeing here on the daily chart. So again, if we break over $8, we do have a lot of room up towards around 902. Then it's going to be 965, 1014, and then our high of day, right? Our top target for the day of PRPO steals the volume and steals the activity, and this is our number one stock. We could definitely see this stock all the way up towards around $10.79. But first, we have to clear 728. We have to clear $8, and we have a nice big opening, right? From around $8 all the way to $9 here on PRPO. So definitely keep this stock on high watch. Right now, this is gapping up roughly 40% in pre-market. It's a low float stock. Once again, trading really good volume. Number 2 on the leaderboard. So definitely one of the top 3 stocks you guys should focus on today. Followed by Blrx. All right, guys, just so you know, over in chat, I said I had 250 shares that I planned on holding for a majority of the day. The fact that we came down very strong off those 574 highs, right back down into the 490s. I went ahead and cut my position because I'm actually going to be taking the next 30 minutes to do our pre-market commentary. And I do not want to be talking about a stock and see this come down below my stop loss level because, again, I cannot put a hard stop in the system in pre-market. So if we set back up, I still do like Blrx, guys. I do think Blrx, as long as it doesn't lose $4.90 and just dump back down to $4.60 and $4.20, right? As long as we can hold above $4.90 to $5 and start to transition with some higher highs and some higher lows, I do think Blrx, we could definitely see a lot of hype and a lot of activity here on this play today. We do have a gap to fill all the way at $9.58 here on the daily chart, right? So let's look at that daily chart real quick on Blrx. Why do I have a 958 target? Well, I see this big gap right here that needs filled, right? In the top of the gap where that prior day had closed before it gapped down. That was right around 958. So if we can start breaking over 6, right? We have some other levels here that we have to be mindful of as far as price targets. Right around 640, right around 673, right around 748. It'll get really interesting and really fun and exciting once we break 750 because we have a lot of room all the way up towards around $9.50. So if we do set up once again here in pre-market, guys, okay, I will be looking to take that 250 share position with the hard stop in the system, and I'm actually going to show you guys in chat how you should actually properly bring your stops up and actually ride one of these top gaining stocks for a majority of the day. Beth actually was talking about PRPO. She wants to do a lesson today on how do you actually trade a stock properly to continue to stay in the trade for that big move, right? Like if you guys were getting in at $2.44, how to properly bring your stops to where you can stay in a trade for a majority of the day and capitalize on this big time move, right? So that's going to be our lesson today. And honestly, I'm actually going to do a live lesson with you guys with real money, real account on Blrx, right? If we get that set up and I take that 250 share position, our lesson today is going to be all day during this trade to teach you guys and show you guys how to properly manage your trade, again, to capitalize if the stock is going to rip and run and hit our targets like PRPO did yesterday. So we're going to have some fun with the stock today, and you guys are going to learn a lot here in chat. So again, we're going to be doing that today on Blrx if we get the setup, okay? So again, let's go ahead and take a step back. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Why is Blrx moving up in the first place? So at 7 o'clock this morning, Blrx announces positive top line results from phase 3 trials. If you guys are new over on YouTube and you do not know the importance of keywords in press releases, I'm going to pull this up. Take a screenshot of this. Save it. This is for you, right? Hot keywords to look for in press releases. What's a hot press release? What's not a hot press release, right? What really gets activity and volume and excitement in a stock, right? It's basically these types of keywords that we see in press releases. So what's one thing that we notice right here? Phase 3 trial. That is a 3-star keyword in a hot press release, right? The best keyword, the best keywords to look for are met primary endpoints, cancer-related news, Carl Icahn, Those three keywords and press releases bring the most hype and the most activity to a stock. Phase 3 trial is very, very good as well. That is a 3-star keyword. So again, take a screenshot of this, save it. Anytime you have a press release and you're uncertain, you can always reference this little cheat sheet and see if you have hot keywords to look for in these press releases. And so what do we actually see on Blrx? They announced positive top line results from phase 3 trials. We have a hot press release on Blrx. We have a low float stock, 23 million in float. The average 3-month daily trading volume is 1 million shares. We are trading 20 million shares. That is 20x. That is 20 times the average daily volume. That is substantial volume. And why do we have substantial volume? We have an amazing press release on Blrx. So we have a catalyst. All right. If you guys are new, this is what I do every single morning to basically dissect these stocks to figure out what's worth watching and what's not. Again, it all starts with number one, a catalyst. Why is the stock moving? So again, if you're new, write this down. Number one, why is the stock moving? What's the catalyst, right? Is there news? Is there a technical setup? Is it prior day momentum? There has to be a reason for the stock to be moving, right? Let's look at an example, UFS. You see UFS is number 5 on the leaderboard, right? I don't see news. I don't see a daily technical setup. Let's assume that we don't have a daily setup. We don't have a reason to be moving. Do you really want to be looking at UFS? I mean, no. Why is it moving? Why is it gapping up in the first place? What's the reason? Let's assume there's not a reason on UFS. We can't check that first box. There is no catalyst. We cannot identify that there's a reason for the stock to be moving. So immediately, I'm not interested in a stock like UFS. But when we come down to Blrx, we can check off that first box, right? There is a catalyst. There's news, and it's great news. Criteria number 2, volume. Just because there's news, just because there's good news, doesn't mean that there's a lot of activity on that stock. My rule of thumb for new traders is 2x relative volume, right? So relative volume, 2 times. So that means if the average trading volume is 1 million shares, a rule of thumb for newer traders is the stock needs to be trading at least 2 million shares. That would be 2x relative volume, right? Again, if the stock on average trades 1 million shares and today it's trading 2 million shares, right? That would be 2x relative volume. If the stock on average trades 1 million shares and it's trading 5 million shares, that would be 5x relative volume. So again, a good rule of thumb for newer traders is 2x relative volume, 2 times the average daily volume to really be, added to your watch list. So again, checkbox number 2, what's the volume? 20 million shares on Blrx. What's the average daily volume? 1 million shares. Boom. Meets criteria number 2. And then float, right? Something to be mindful of. What's the float, right? Is it 500 million in float to where it's going to be a slow, steady mover? Or is it a 1 million in float stock to where it's going to be very volatile, right? Very quick, aggressive moves. You need to be mindful of that as a new trader. Float is very important. If you're in a play and it pushes up 10 cents and dumps $1 and you're like, what the fuck happened? Well, you may notice it's a low float. And if you were mindful of that in the beginning, you may have said, hey, this stock could dump aggressively. Let me reduce my size, right? So float is very, you got to be mindful of it. If it's a 500 million in float stock and you're wondering why it's not ripping 50 cents to $1, it's only moving 5 cents at a time. Well, it's because that's a large float stock. So be mindful of that. So again, last question to ask yourself, what's the float? Be mindful of the float. So again, number 1, catalyst, guys. Why is the stock moving? Number 2, volume in comparison to its average daily volume. You want to see at least trading 2 times the average daily volume. And number 3, float, right? Be mindful of the float. So Blrx meets that criteria, guys, right? We can actually add it to our watch list. Then we go through and do our due diligence. We start with the daily chart, right? We start here on the daily. And all we do is we mark up all the levels that we see as far as support and resistance, right? We're getting conviction. We go back as far as we can and we try to find multiple times the stock has honored a certain price and we mark those levels up. Then we come back into our intraday chart and fine tune them. It's not a coincidence that these levels are being honored to the penny. I marked all of these levels up on the daily chart. I'm looking at it on a 1 minute chart now. Look at 422, honored to the penny. Look at 463, honored to the penny. Look at 490, honored to the penny. 531, honored to the penny. The only one that wasn't honored to the penny was 587. It actually hit these highs of 571. But I got all of these levels that you guys see right here on my 1 minute chart. I got these levels from the daily chart, guys. That's all I did. And then I come into my intraday chart and I see how traders are respecting those levels. So what does that tell me? If we break over 571, I see a 640 level on the daily chart. It has high odds of being respected, right? All the other levels were respected. So we could assume that 640 is going to be respected. 673 is going to be respected. 748 is going to be respected, right? So again, we got to do your due diligence. Just because you add it to your watch list doesn't mean you're good to go. You got to open up your daily chart. You got to open up your weekly chart. You got to open up a 4-hour chart, and you need to fine tune your levels of past chart support and resistance. And the farther back you can go, the better. That only gives you more conviction. The more times a stock has honored a certain price in the past gives you more odds, better odds, and more confidence that it will happen again. All right. So again, you dive into your daily chart, you mark up your levels, and now you're prepared. Now what do? Where do I buy? Where do I sell? Right? It's on my watch list. I've marked up my levels. Where do I buy? Where do I sell? That's where you have to identify your edge. Certain strategies, techniques, right? Your approach, patterns, bull flags, reversal setups, right? You have to understand now what you're looking at. And that's where we really come in and where we really help our members is educating them on what do we have here? What do we see? What kind of setup is this? How do we trade this setup? Where should our stop losses be? Where are our targets at? Where do I make these entries? How do I manage this trade? Right? Everything leading up to this part is easy. Now it's where do I buy? Where do I sell? How do I manage my risk on this play? Right? And that's where it just comes with experience, being inside of a community, getting education, and learning exactly where to buy and where to sell. How did I know to buy off $5? From experience, guys. We broke over 5. We pulled back the $5 natural support. I took a long position with 10-cent stops. I made 25 cents a share, locked in $600. How did I know that? Experience. I've learned. I had a mentor in the beginning, right? They taught me these things, and now I've, built my own approach and my own strategies behind these things, right? And I see consistent results. So again, that's the last step is again, doing your due diligence, marking up your levels, and now waiting, right? Being patient, being disciplined, waiting for the stock to set up, waiting for it to provide an opportunity. Let the opportunity come to you. Don't hunt for the trade. Don't hunt and search and force trades. Find a setup that you like, that works for you, and wait for the stock to provide you with that opportunity. If it doesn't, it may set up again in 20, 30 minutes, right? You may have another stock that sets up. It may not set up at all. You may not take a trade, but you're doing the right thing as a trader. You're remaining patient, you're being disciplined, and you're waiting for the opportunity to come to you. And that's what the best traders do. They don't force trades. They don't rush them, right? They wait for the stock to do what they think it's going to do, and then they execute based on that, especially when they have high odds and they have an edge, right? Probabilities are in their favor of one thing happening over another. That is your edge, and that comes with experience and practice in the stock market. So that's basically what you guys need to do every single day to dissect these stocks. We've dissected Blrx. It meets the criteria. It's on our watch list. We've done our due diligence. We know our levels. Now we need to remain patient. We need to remain disciplined and wait for the stock to form something, some kind of chart pattern, something that gives us an edge to where we can take a trade with high probabilities of being right. And this is the hardest part of being a day trader, is being patient and waiting for your setup, for your opportunity. And that's what we have to be the best at, is being patient. All right, so moving on, guys. We also have COCP, right? The only thing that's not too crazy about COCP is the news. Let me find the news real quick. It actually came out yesterday. And we see that COCP stock gains after laying out plans to launch another COVID-19 antiviral candidate. So again, if we go back over to that press release list, do we really have anything that really stands out that's hot, right? Well, let's see. The stock gains after laying out plans to launch another COVID-19 antiviral candidate, right? Let's go ahead and dive into the press release a little bit more. Let's see if there's anything else that's really broken down here that stands out to us. Announces progress in developing broad-spectrum antiviral drug candidates that targets coronavirus, including SARS-CoV-2, the coronavirus that causes COVID-19, yada, yada, yada. So again, I'm looking for keywords, right? A lot of this stuff, I don't even know what the fuck it means, right? I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist. I don't understand what some of this shit means, right? And you don't have to understand everything in press releases. What you have to understand is keywords, hot keywords. Do we really see anything hot in this press release? No. So why did this stock get some action early this morning? Well, it came out with news yesterday. Traders come into the market at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Nothing else is moving. Nothing else has news. Oh, all right. COCP it is. Buy, 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 buy. Right? That's all that happened. It's not hot news. Why is the stock not ripping and running right now? Because we have better opportunity. Blrx. Great news, lower float, better volume. PRPO, gainer from yesterday, fresh news today, better volume, lower float stock. So we really look at that. That right there is how we do this, right? We can see COCP pushed from 124 all the way to 241, but it's slowly just fading. Does that really look good to you guys? Does the press release really hype you up? Does that press release hype you up on COCP? No, it really doesn't. Does the chart hype you up? Is that a hot chart? Is there opportunity? No, there's not. So just because it's gapping up 30%, just because it's number 2 on the leaderboard, just because it has news, doesn't mean it's the best stock to focus on, right? If we really look at Blrx and compare it to COCP, which stock do you think a majority of traders are going to look at? You got to think about other traders. Get in the minds of other traders, right? What's every other trader thinking? COCP doesn't look good, but Blrx looks great. That's probably what every fucking trader's thinking. So why are we going to be looking at COCP when there's not a lot of traders really liking COCP? 80 to 90% of traders are like, Blrx, let's go, baby. This is the number 1 stock of the day. Let's do it. VXRT, maybe another good opportunity. PRPO, yesterday's mover, fresh news. Let's keep PRPO on watch. Does that make sense, guys? Hopefully that makes sense. So again, we've dissected every stock that has news, right? We've dissected volume, compared it to the average volume, taken the float into consideration. We've done our due diligence. We know our levels as far as support resistance. Now we sit back, remain patient, disciplined, and wait for the stock to provide an opportunity to where we have better odds of something happening versus another. So with that being said, guys, right now today, number 1 stock that I'm focused on, Blrx. Bottom support right now is back down towards around 463. We could sell off at the open, right? We could see it pull back to 463. That's a level I'm looking at to see if we hold. If we do hold, we may have an opportunity down towards around 463 for a leg back up over 5. Followed by yesterday's mover, PRPO. We have support down towards around $5.63 with resistance around 728 and 799. We have a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential once we break over $8. We have a lot of room from $8 all the way to $9. So PRPO number 2 on my watch list, followed by VXRT. And then I do have COCP as a back burner. So again, number 1, Blrx and the levels. Number 2, PRPO and the levels. Number 3, VXRT and the levels. Number 4, back burner play. Again, I don't have levels drawn up because I really don't think COCP is going to do much today. Plus, we got a minute to go, guys. So, one thing I'm also going to do as well, if you guys are cool with it, I'm going to run for about 15 minutes into the open. All right, so I will not shut the stream down on YouTube for the first 15 minutes. All right, guys, so let's have some fun. Let's make some trades. Let's make some profits. Let's have some fun. Again, I will leave the stream open for free for the next 15 minutes over on YouTube so you guys can check out kind of what we do every single morning in chat. Another value bomb. Wow, baby. Let's go. Right inside the Alpha Day Trading community. Right? So this is what our members get access to. 100 lessons in our video lessons library. Our partner TradingView provided us with stock screeners and market data right in the chat room. Live trade stream, 5 custom trading chat rooms. I mean, guys, there's a lot of cool stuff here. A lot of great stuff coming in the future. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 to 7. Q&A sessions, live daily trading lessons. Again, I mean, Q&A session, I mean, anything you guys can think of, we do it. And again, our members absolutely fucking love it. Absolutely love it. We got one member yesterday making their monthly subscription back in one trade on PRPO. Last week, another member making half of their yearly subscription back. Over $500 in profits in the first week. It's amazing. It's awesome. And again, we work with our members one-on-one to make sure that they get the best educational experience possible. So again, alphadaytrading.com. Check us out. We have a week pass. It's like $5 a day. You can come on in, $5 a day, check us out, see if you like us. And if you do, you can upgrade to a monthly plan, save a little bit, and at least trade with the team, have some fun, learn, most importantly, make some money, guys. Make some money. So right now, sitting back, and let's see what we got going on Blrx. Again, good morning, Chris, Catherine, Wes, Beth. What is going on, everybody? Bill, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, over in chat. Wes, you have to go mow all day. I may go all in on Blrx. I would highly recommend against that. I would not recommend that at all. Trader King, my man, what is up? Good morning. Great profits yesterday, by the way, as well, Trader King. Awesome stuff. Seeing you making that monthly subscription back in one day in one trade. Now the rest of the month is all cheddar, baby. It's all green. It's all for you. So good shit. So right now, Blrx is the #1 stock that I'm focused on, followed by PRPO. All right, PRPO, I have it up on the side chart, and I'm definitely something that I'm keeping on watch for today. But right now, it is Blrx, guys. And I said Blrx was something that I actually wanted to take for like an all-day trade. So I'm going to go ahead and take 125 shares as an all-day trade. I'm going to put hard stops in the system under that 463. And I'm just going to let this thing do its thing on 100 shares. So I'm going to go 460 stops, Blrx. And again, if this stock is another great day, right? If we see another PO kind of day today on Blrx, and we see the stock rip and run and hit our targets. Again, we could see this all the way up towards around $9.50. So right now, what am I risking? 80 cents a share? I'm risking $80, but I have $4 of upside potential. And again, I'm going to take this trade and scale it throughout the day, kind of like what Beth was talking about yesterday. Like, how do you trade a stock like PRPO and actually manage this trade all day to capitalize on the full move? So today, we are going to do a live lesson on a live trade on Blrx as far as how you should manage these trades if they are top gainers, if they do rip and run. How do you stay in the trade for the longest amount of time to capitalize on these big moves? We're going to do that today on Blrx with 125 shares, guys. And it's really easy. We just have to wait to confirm that the stock is going to start trending higher highs, higher lows. and all we do is slowly bring our stops up little by little. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this property. I'm going to make this red, and this is currently my stop loss on the play. So the red line is currently my stop loss, and I will slowly move this on the chart so you can visually see it throughout the day on how I will bring my stops up to manage this trade appropriately to try to capitalize on the big time move if we see Blrx go on a big time move today. I'm just looking at a couple other stocks that I was watching as far as like some possible swings coming on up. So right now, just going to go ahead and focus on Blrx, guys. Right now, holding above $5. Right now, holding above $5 hairs over on Blrx. Let's see how this candle closes. We got 3 seconds. All right, I'm long Blrx. I am long Blrx off a $5 pullback to the 9 EMA, slightly higher low. We need to see this break over 532 if we want to see this get the next leg up. So this would be the push, the pullback, higher low into the 9. We're looking for this to continue on up over 531. Right now, my stops are at 475 on this play. So right now, really not liking the price action back below $5. $5 was our key level of support, guys. $5 natural support. So this stock getting a little iffy right now over on Blrx. But again, we have our stop underneath that first little intraday low of the day. So again, we're going to just hold on to this. And if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. So right now I'm long at 504. Looking for a big time move up over 531 to retest those pre-market highs of 571. PRPO indeed halted to the upside right around 738. We got 5 minutes to go on PRPO. Looking for a possible halt strategy like we had yesterday on PRPO. That was a big time winner, big time mover there yesterday on PRPO, guys. So we're definitely looking for a halt strategy. Right now, Blrx. If we break over 531, where's our halt area on Blrx? Limit up, limit down is at 455. So this one has a long way to go. Hold on. Wrong one. 557. 557 is the halt area right now on Blrx. Right now we're above VWAP. Nice, clean candle close above the VWAP. Right now we do not want to see price come back below the VWAP or even $5. So right now, where are we putting our stops? Our stop initially was right there. We put in a higher low, but we have yet to confirm a higher high. Right? Yes, it is a higher high, but it's not a candle close, right? We haven't actually closed into the higher high. So our stops are still 473. Ideally, we don't want to see it back below VWAP or $5. So limit up, limit down. Right now it's 557. Yes, Bill. Looks like you got some light speed, baby. So right now, again, great press release, #1 stock, the most amount of volume, lower flow, still trying to hold above 5. I think Blrx still has a lot of great potential today. But again, we could see PRPO, right? Because PRPO is currently halted. What time did PRPO get halted? 9:35:42. So we'll be live at 9:40:42. So we got about a minute and 20 seconds there on PRPO until it's live. So right now, things still look okay on Blrx, right? We have decreasing volume along the pullback. We're trying to hold the 9 EMA, trying to hold the previous little high here and the VWAP. If we can hold this and we can open we might be able to see that push over 531 here on Blrx. We got about 10 seconds left for this candle to close, and we want to see a nice, strong, clean candle close to see traders move back in to this play to get it up over $5.31. So this is the candle we want to see pop over the high. This is the candle we want to see pop over the high. Right now, we can bring stops up right around break even, guys. So right now, I am actually bringing my stop up to break even on this trade. Back below VWAP, back below the 9 EMA, back below our previous pullback, right around that 507 mark. So right now, I am in a risk-free trade. If we come down to 504, I'm going to stop out at break even because we want to see this hold VWAP. We want to see this hold 510. We want to see it hold the 9 EMA. If we come down below that level, we'll probably see it at 473. So we are in right now a risk-free trade. Either A, lock in profits if you like your 20 cents a share, or bring stops to break even at 504. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it right there at 504. Again, that's why we want to go ahead and do our due diligence and manage our risk appropriately. We do not want to get caught up in a stock that may dump on down. So break-even trade right there, guys. Break-even trade. And again, we held it and we tried to give it some time to give it a go. But at one point, we were in a risk-free position and we could go ahead and bring those stops up accordingly because we can always re-enter if we get a better setup. So right now, let's take our attention over to PRPO. This stock will be live at 9:40.42 over on PRPO. We're looking for the halt strategy to play itself out here, guys. So a gap up, pull back, late fill on my part. Let's get a squeeze. Boom. It was a late fill on my part, so I went ahead and got out. I actually got filled at 769. That was actually a really bad fill. I had an order to get filled at 743, and I got filled at 769, which is odd. But this is a halt strategy, guys. All right, just so you guys know. When we have a stock that's halted, we want to see a gap up, a quick pullback to the halt area. That's where we want to get filled. Boom. Big push. We want to lock in profits. We want to take profits. So, boom. Gap up, pull back. I got a late fill, so I went ahead and cut my trade because I did not want to risk it cracking below this level, as my risk was a little bit more than I wanted. Again, I got filled at 769 on that play. Very bad fill. If I was in at 740, I would have been taking profits in the 770s. So again, bad execution on my part. I admit it. Bad execution on my part. So what did I do? I did the right thing. I cut my loss. I got out of it because it wasn't the area where I wanted to be in at. So again, I went ahead and just took a paper cut. 116 bucks, little paper cut. Yes, I do mean to keep 125 on Blrx. That is going to be the long-term hold on Blrx. Like I said, buying off $5. Stops right now are at 460 on 125 shares over on Blrx. Again, Beth had a great recommendation for a lesson. How do you manage a stock like PRPO and capitalize when the stock moves 100%, right? How do you get a great entry at the start of the day and manage your trade appropriately to capitalize on what we saw like PRPO yesterday? So again, I'm doing this live with you guys here today on Blrx on 125 shares with an average cost basis right now of $504 and a stop loss of $4.60. Once we get confirmation to bring our stops up, I will walk you guys through that step by step, why we're bringing our stops up to these levels. Again, the reasonings. Again, make sure you guys are being educated and you understand why we're doing what we're doing. So PRPO, that one new high a day, 837. Guys, it did hit our $8 target from our alert yesterday. PRPO, swing trade. You would have never taken any heat on the trade off the swing. Great 3-to-1 setup. $8 price target. Where's PRPO right now? 837, currently halted to the upside. Guys, we don't play around here, do we? No, we do not. I'm not a big alert guy, but when I put my name behind an alert, you best believe it has some good opportunity. So right now, we may have a short-term ascending triangle formation on Blrx, right? We have a nice little uptrend. Let's see if we can hold this uptrend. We have flat top resistance, looking to get a break over $5.31 here on Blrx. Let's see how this candle closes. Above VWAP. Ooh, it may go ahead and get the pop now. I was wanting to fill at 510. I can't buy at 530. If this breaks out without me, it breaks out without me. I was really hoping we would close right there at 515. I was going to pull the trigger with 15-cent stops, looking for a high day break, but everything happens for a reason. There was a reason I did not get a fill in time. Maybe there's a good reason behind that. Maybe it fakes out and dumps. But right now, we actually got to close above 530, so watch for this to squeeze to 574. If you guys are in Blrx, you have a 570 target, 570 to 574 target here on Blrx. You do not want to see it back below 525. All right. You guys are getting close to target, so start locking in some profits if you guys were still in on that Blrx trade. So right now, slow and steady. If you guys are in this play, this is a good place to lock in something, right? This is a good level to lock in, maybe like a third or half, because we may definitely see this pull back to 530, and that's where I'm looking for the entry. Since I missed the trade here, I'm not chasing it. I'm waiting for my setup. Right now, new high a day. Blrx. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! Blrx looking to get halted right here at $5.86. Ladies and gentlemen, let's fucking go. Let's go. What a great day in the market. Guys, market conditions are back. We can see it, right? Halt after halt after halt after halt. Ooh, Catherine got some Blrx. What? Let's go. Blrx. Catherine's got some of that. She's making some money. Let's go. Let's go. I love seeing people profit. I love seeing the team profit. All right, when was PRPO halted? 943.41. We're looking at 948.41. So we got about a minute to go here on PRPO. And you know what's funny, guys? Yesterday on PRPO, the first halt, remember, I got stopped out. Remember on PRPO, the first halt was a loser. The second halt strategy was a winner. So I'm going to take PRPO again for the halt strategy. Again, we'll be live 9:48:41. So about 40 seconds to go. Looking for an entry right around 8:37. Looking to grab about 500 shares here. Stops below 8. Actually, no. Stops below 825. I want to see 837 hold to the penny. I want to see a squeeze the 9. So right now, we should be live very soon. PRPO looking like we get a gap up towards around 837 to 845. Again, looking for that 837 entry if we can get a gap up here. It's got a gap up. $9 now on the bid. Shit. All right, here we go. We should be live soon. No gap up. They didn't gap up, so again, not taking that trade. If it does come back down to like 787, I may try and grab it, but nah. If I would take this trade, I would do it with light size, because again, like I said, I'm slowly progressing into my size this month over the first few days, just to make sure market conditions are going to remain hot. Right now on PRPO, we came down and retested the 775 level. Again, missing trades left and right on my part today. So right now, I am not long on anything. I am locking at about 563 on the day. And I'm not like super crazy about jumping in everything because I like profit, man. I like $500. $500 is great profits. I've only taken 15,000 shares on the day, so my commissions and fees are like $20, right? So I'm truly locking in about 540 right now at this point in time on the day. I love money. I'm going to lock it in and hold on to it any chance I get. So right now, PRPO back above that 835, 837 mark. Let's see if it's actually going to hold. And then I want to go back to Blrx. Blrx was halted at 946. We're looking at 951.55. All right, so Blrx, same thing. Looking for the gap up. Looking for the entry off the halt. So right now, that would be 586, but we also have pre-market high resistance, new support right around 570. So I would put myself in a position to lose like $100 on this play. I'm going with 500 shares, looking for an entry right at 586, looking for a nice squeeze up towards around $6 to $6.40 here on Blrx. Again, we got to see a gap up out of this play. So again, we'll be live in about 40 seconds over on Blrx. Right now we have bids up around 610. So we may get that gap up here. Catherine knew nothing about trading 3 months ago, now pulling $250 profit trades. Ow! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That is amazing stuff. All right, so we will be live. 3, 2, 1. No gap up. But I like the pullback to the high. So I did pull the trigger at 570 here. Looking for a squeeze over 6. Looking for a squeeze over 6. And I'm taking profit at 6. I'm going to take profit right there at $6 resistance. So I locked in another quick couple dollars. Ah, man, why did that bring my cost basis up from 504? That's weird. Remember I took that 125 position at 504, the fact that I'm still trading with a stop in, it brought my cost basis up to 120 or 570, which is odd on that position. That's why it's good to have separate accounts, right? I like taking trades in different accounts. Longer term trades, different account, right? Intraday scalps, different account. Swing trades, different account. So right now, my cost basis right now on that, 125 shares is at 570, which is way too high. Again, I mean, the broker must have just, yeah, I don't know. Can't explain that to you guys. So right now, just because the cost basis is higher than what I wanted on Blrx, I am going to go ahead and bring my stops up on the play to about 550 here on Blrx. So let's go ahead and modify that. Let's go 550. Go ahead and modify. Yes, new stop in the system, $5.50 here on BLRX, right underneath those pre-market highs. So if we come down below those pre-market highs, I'll go ahead and get stopped out. But right now I still have 125 shares on the table. And again, I do want to scale this to see if this does continue all the way up to our top target of $9.58 over on BLRX. So again, right now, 570 support off of those pre-market highs on BLRX. PRPO is just a little choppy right now, right? We need to sit back and wait to see some more consistency, the move on in. COCP, what did we say? Probably not a lot of activity here on that play today. BTX is finally getting some selling to it. Finally can take that off the watch list. OCGN off watch. RHE off watch. All right, so we're good. All right, guys. So I know we got 24 viewers over on YouTube. We did run this for about an hour just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a taste on what we do. Again, it's not just buy, sell, buy, sell. Yeah, I want to provide education and commentary behind everything. Okay, what do we have? Ascending triangle breakout, right? We want to hold the uptrend. If we break out, we'll have room to this target, right? Then this target, then this, then that, right? I want to provide commentary and education behind everything so you guys know why we're getting involved in stocks that we're getting involved with, right? So you guys can do this self-sufficiently like Catherine in chat is. Knew nothing about stocks 3 months ago. Now she's out here taking all of this in, applying what she's learning, taking trades on her own, making $250 a trade within 3 months. Guys, that's why I provide education, not alerts. If I just gave my team alerts, do you think they could take trades self-sufficiently? No. All I'm teaching them to do is click buy, click sell. They don't know why. They don't know why they're buying and selling at the levels they do. But providing that educational commentary behind everything. We're seeing members come in the market 3 months later, locking in $250 in trades, making $500 a week with 3 months of experience self-sufficiently. All right, so that's the beauty of what we do, guys. So again, we will be back live over on YouTube every single morning from 9 to 9:30. And what I'll go ahead and do as well is we'll do a nice lesson here today in chat. And this lesson I actually do want to post up for free over on our YouTube channel. So stay tuned this evening. The lesson that we have planned for our members today in chat, as well as our live Q&A session, will be posted up this evening over on YouTube. So feel free to check that out. Until then, happy and safe trading, YouTubers. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, to continue this hot week, baby. Happy and safe trading, and I will see you guys tomorrow.